So, how do you get total control over your life? I mean, over the results you create day in and day out. It's a massive question, right? But what if the answer was way more straightforward than you think? We're going to dig into the one key principle that honestly could change everything.
Think about it. Do you ever have those days or weeks where you just feel like you're being tossed around by things you can't control? A tanking economy, a boss who's impossible to please, just circumstances. It's a really common feeling, almost like you're just a passenger along for the ride in your own life. And well, when we feel that way, it's so easy to fall back on phrases like these, isn't it? We hear them all the time. The economy is just awful. My staff is the problem. But all of these complaints, every single one, they all have one thing in common. They give the power and control to someone or something else.
This whole mindset is what we can call the victim trap. Look, playing the victim, it might get you a little sympathy here and there, and complaining can feel kind of good in the moment. But it comes at a huge cost, because as long as you believe that something on the outside has to change first, you're stuck. You're powerless, just waiting around for the world to solve your problems for you. But what if you could just flip a switch? What if you could move from that feeling of helplessness to a position of absolute power? Okay, let's get right to the heart of it and figure out how to take back that control.
So here's the thing. The secret isn't waiting for the economy to magically get better, or for your boss to suddenly see the light, or for your kids to become perfect little angels overnight. Let's be real, the outside world is always going to be unpredictable.
And there it is. The real key to absolute power is taking 100% responsibility for everything that happens in your life. The good stuff, the bad stuff, all of it. Now, I know that might sound a little intense, but this right here, this is the core of the whole idea. This is where your power actually comes from.
Okay, so what does that actually mean? It means you have to acknowledge that you created the situation you're in right now. Your past choices, your actions, they all led you here. And if you created it, well, that means you have the power to change it. See? It puts the controls right back in your hands.
Now hold on, there's a really important difference here. This is not about blaming yourself. Blame just leads to guilt and feeling totally helpless. Responsibility is different. It's just an honest look in the mirror saying, okay, my choices led me to this point. That simple shift opens up a world of possibility. And most importantly, new choices. So how does this actually work in the real world? Let's look at the first big area of your life, taking total ownership of your results, and maybe even more importantly, your own feelings. This quote really nails it. You can't just sit around and wait for your employees to get better before you become a better leader. You can't demand the world to improve before you do. The change always has to start with you. And this is huge when it comes to your emotions. Think about how we talk. He made me so angry, or my job is depressing. That kind of language puts other people in the driver's seat of your feelings. But the truth is, nobody can make you feel anything unless you let them. You are actively choosing your emotional state, and once you really get that, it's a total game changer. Now, this idea of total responsibility also completely transforms how we communicate. The most influential people out there, they approach communication with a totally different mindset than everybody else. See, most people think communication is a 50-50 deal. If the other person doesn't understand, well, that's on them. But master communicators, they take 100% responsibility. If the listener doesn't get it, they don't blame them. They immediately ask themselves, okay, how can I say this differently to get the result I want? This is the rule they live by. Let it sink in. If you intended to sound sincere, but the other person felt you were being fake, then the real meaning of your communication was fake. It's all you to change your strategy, your words, your tone, your body language, until you get the response you're looking for. And here's why that 100% rule is so critical. Just look at this breakdown. A mind-blowing 93% of our communication isn't even the words we say. It's our tone of voice and our body language. And those are things that are completely 100% within our control. Yet we get so hung up on that tiny 7% that is just our words. It all comes back to this one number, 100%. It's a total, complete commitment to owning the outcomes in your life, especially in how you connect with other people. It's the absolute foundation of real influence. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually start hardwiring this mindset into your brain? Well, there's a simple but seriously powerful tool you can start using inside your own head, like right now. It's all about reframing your internal dialogue. Instead of using that passive victim language, you consciously switch to power language. So instead of thinking, I am depressed, you tell yourself, I choose to feel depressed. I know it feels a little weird at first, but it does something really profound.
What it does is it constantly reminds you, on the inside, that you are the cause of your experiences. And if you're the cause, you can also be the solution. You're the one who can make a change. It's like a constant internal reminder of your own power to create a totally different result.
So when you boil it all down, the message is this. Power isn't something you have to go out and find or earn. It's been inside you this whole time, just waiting for you to claim it. So the only question left, really, is how will you choose to use it?